we're here. We're starting. We're back. Hello. Welcome
Oh,
to... What?
they
Hi.
said hello.
Yes, hello. Oh, welcome to Ace Anime Reviews. Whenever I am your host, Ace Barrett King. I use he/him pronouns, and I am the founder, and chief editor of AceAnimeReviews.com. Joining me today is...
I am Charlie, he, them, and I am sleepy.
Yeah.
It was a good week for anime, though.
Yeah. There's good anime this week. We watched some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
AceAnimeReviews.com is exactly what it says on the tin. A review site specializing in anime, though we also cover movies, video games, and whatever else we feel like. Our most recent article was... I think it was still... Wait, did you write
It
something
was
about it?
by me.
What was it? Oh yeah, it was. What was
Yeah.
it about? Oh, it was about
Um,
adaptations.
yeah.
About Given, I think.
Um,
Or Given
just,
X.
it was three different, adaptations, or three different shows that have, three different manga that have adaptations that are both live action and animated, and which ones I prefer.
Ah, I see. Hey,
Yes.
what the hell? What the hell? What the hell, game? What the hell? Sorry, Tiger Lily got stuck running in one direction for some reason.
Silly kitty.
Yep. Um, we also have a Discord, which you're welcome to join by following the link in the description. That's all the boring stuff done. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Um, okay, what do we want to start with this week?
Uh, Yu-Gi-Oh happened.
Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh did. Should we talk a bit about Mai? Because Mai is kind of an odd character.
Yeah.
She's always very antagonistic, but she's also very not.
Yeah. She's very confident
Yeah.
and loud and in like a guy character. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what you'd expect, but she's a girl. And
Yeah.
it's
And also
nice.
I like that she's very much an adult. You know, she doesn't take
Yes.
it personally that she lost or that her minion also lost. She sees these kids are there and they don't have any food, and she's like, "Oh, I'll share with them. Why the hell not?" They're
Yeah.
they they're good kids.
Hmm.
So, you
And
know,
she accepts that, they are competitors, but that doesn't mean they have to be assholes to each other.
yeah, she's like, this is just her job. She doesn't take things too personally,
Hmm.
which is great.
Yeah. That whole grabbing her from behind in the dark of night thing gave me a moment.
Yeah, well, and then you don't find out what's going on until next week.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you watch this 30, 20, 30-year-old series.
No.
You know, but, you know. You know. Oh, with the
I mean,
curve.
I know it's a kids' show, it's probably nothing too terrible, but I'm an adult and that has implications.
Well, it's a kid's anime.
Yeah,
It can be kind of terrible in a kid's anime.
that's true.
But, oh, the stuff with Bakura is cool, though. That's one of my... It's always been... That duel with Bakura where they're turned into the things has always been my favorite bit in the whole dual kingdom.
Yes. Your cards are acting on their own.
Yeah, that's fun. And it's just a clever concept, and
Mm-hmm.
see them do some nice stuff. Yugi looks very cute as the Dark Magician.
Yes.
Yeah. Though Bakura himself is he's a fun character. Like that he just kind of shows up every once in a while to be antagonistic and then disappears. For
He's what Kaiba wishes he could
yeah,
be.
he disappears for hundreds of episodes at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. But they finally know that there are two Yugis, so You can stop asking when they're gonna find out because they have found out.
Yes. Yugi already knew because how the fuck wouldn't he?
Yeah. The stuff that this is kind of like quickly summarizing from the manga is kind of huge. They're playing like they're playing Dungeons and Dragons and end up in their D&D characters, which is
That would have been fun.
I know, right? But I'm trying to remember if season 0 did that, but I don't remember.
Yeah. It would have been nice to have some sort of setup of a relationship between Yugi and Yami Yugi before, because it's implied that they've talked.
No, I don't think so. It seemed like their first meeting. Like that Yugi just kind of he had the sense that he was possessed by a ghost, but he wasn't sure.
There was that moment where Yami wasn't so sure about telling them, and Yugi did something.
Didn't Yugi just say like, "Oh no, yeah, he's cool"?
Yes, but how would he know?
'Cause he can sense him. He lives inside his body. I don't know. But whether or not Yami is actually cool does kind of come up as a character later on in this season.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's cool.
Like, he's chill to help out Yugi and his friends so far. But...
yeah. Well, he's not a bad guy. He's just
got different priorities.
yeah. He's got his own priorities, and he's fairly he's a bit ruthless, which.
And also technically older than them.
Yeah, very, very much older. And you know, back when he was alive, he had greater responsibilities than they do. So.
Yeah, I don't think he remembers them though.
No, he doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
But his personality is about the same, which so one of those kind of cases where he didn't like. He's not a completely different person. He doesn't remember who he was from before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Not really.
Alright. So let's see what should we talk about next. Talk about Digimon Ghost while we're talking about 90s properties.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I felt bad at the end. I wanted Pumpon to stick around.
Yeah, but he's only there for Halloween.
Yeah. Just stick around and be their friend. Maybe he'll show up every so often just to hang out.
Play. Yeah.
When it was a genuine, I was watching this and it's like, you know, if I was like in the target age group, I would find this terrifying.
It did have its moments.
Yeah,
There was a knife very close to people's eyes.
Oh yeah, if you got eye things, you're not gonna like this episode, but yeah, it was, yeah, words and thoughts and things.
Yes, these children were in what could be easily described as mortal peril.
Yes.
Because while I don't think Pumpmon wanted to hurt them,
No, he clearly did not.
he could very easily have accidentally hurt them.
Oh yes, he very well could have.
With his giant pumpkins and sharp knives.
Oh yeah. I think, because so far in the 4 episodes, they've alternated between actual malicious ones and Digimon who just don't get humans.
Yeah. And I kind of get why Pumpmon would be a little, because he was fucking lonely.
Yeah, I mean he has friends, but
He saw all these humans running around having fun, and they just seemed to ignore him, and that would fuck with anyone's head.
yeah, and plus when he comes and he sees everybody, they dress like him, and then
Has no concept of Halloween.
yeah, he doesn't know what Halloween is. He doesn't understand costumes or. No, that little neat little trick they did where they can kind of like sort of enter the digital world so they can fuck shit up and not without actually having to pay for damages.
Yes.
It's fun.
That's very clever.
Yes.
And the whole I can make my Digimon invisible thing.
Yes.
So they don't have to go with the, oh, it's an AI hologram or plush excuse.
Yeah. Also very clever.
Mm-hmm.
Though it's an AI hologram, which seemed to have been working just fine.
Yeah, until someone bumps into them.
Yeah, that would cause a problem. But well, we haven't seen that happen. We don't, because do they actually look solid to
Gamamon absolutely wrecked that dude's office.
Oh yeah, he sure did. That was hilarious.
Yes.
But do they actually look solid to them, or do they look kind of see-through, like how they look when they're invisible to us?
I think they look fairly solid.
Yeah, maybe there's like some flickering.
But they move around and shit, so they're
Yeah.
not gonna believe that, hey, that's a toy.
Yeah, and they talk. But, well, I mean, it's a toy always worked in the original.
Yes, but that's because the Digimon knew to stay still.
Yeah, they can do that. Gamamon doesn't know that.
He's a baby.
He's a baby, yeah.
He's a very hyper baby.
Yes. Oh, this killer mantis wants to kill me.
Rude.
I know, right?
There was a moment in the show that I was going to mention, but then I forgot what it was. Oh, the whole interaction where he was proud that he knew about the sort of pocket Digiverse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very realistic, because he's a clever kid.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know.
And he was like, you didn't know. And also the try to smoke's like, you didn't know about it? That's very, very 12-year-old.
That's very everybody.
Yes.
You didn't know about this thing? Someone who apparently knows everything about stuff?
That thing that he just found out by accident.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't know about the other one.
Yeah, I'd like that he's not just dumb kid bull rushing his way into shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Ty kinda was.
Yeah. Like
He's
smart
clever
kid.
and he's curious and he's learning.
He's a smart kid, but he's still a kid.
Yeah.
Which is that's my favorite kind of kid show protagonist. Like the idiot hero is fun, but
It gets old after a while.
yeah, when every protagonist is the same character type, you just like to see them that are. It's you know.
Yeah.
You want to see somebody who knows what's going on every once in a while.
Or at least knows how to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll ask people who actually know what this shit is.
Yeah, and having the characters be way behind the audience and picking up what's being put down just gets frustrating.
Yeah. Like, anybody who's watched Digimon before knows at least something about the digital world.
Yes.
But it's nice that they're almost as in the dark as we are.
Yeah. And they seem to have they've kind of come up with they redid the whole concept, so like it's not the same as what we know. There's some key differences, so.
Yeah, they do that with most of the series though, and the video games. Like there's one where the Digimon already existed and then the verse was built around them.
Yeah, like they don't always have, it doesn't always follow the same rules.
Yeah.
So
And there's some where everybody knows what the digital world is, and they go there all the time.
yeah. Or like in Tamers, where the Digimon world was where it says the Digimon Adventure and also too existed as a fictional property in.
Yeah. I want to be able to make my own Digimon.
Yeah, but it's nice to be. It's nice that it lets them like they get to clue in new users to what's going on in a way that doesn't like irritate the old ones by having to explain the same things over and over again.
It's just different enough that it's interesting to people who've seen Digimon before.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I'm gonna die.
And they have new Digimon that we haven't seen before, and old Digimon that we have. And the old Digimon that we have are not the same old bad guys.
No.
Because, like, Kanmon, I think, was a bad guy in some of them. It never really got redeemed. And in this, they're trying to have fun with their friend.
Kanmon was one of those ones that was a regular mook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strong.
I appreciate the move away from these Digimon are just evil.
Yeah.
It's in their code. All of the Digimon of this type are evil.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do Mob Psycho next.
Mob joined the fitness club.
He sure did.
He wants to impress a girl.
Yeah, he wants to improve himself. But I do like that he basically got two clubs worth of new friends in this episode instead of just the one that everybody kind of expected. That was nice.
And the bodybuilder guys are chill.
Yeah, they seem like nice people. Like normally in this, the Mother's Basement guy has a video explaining this that kind of explains how this episode works really well. But in brief, usually when you get this kind of episode, it ends with them. The bodybuilder guys would be assholes, and it would end with them saving the telepathy club, but it doesn't do that, which is part of the joke, and also helps with Bob's character. And
And I appreciated that the telepathy club had one member who believed in it, and all the others were just there for the snacks.
Yeah.
It was a bullshit club, and they all knew it.
Yes. Even Tomei kind of knew it.
Mm-hmm. And, she could have researched the telepathy thing on her own, but she wanted the snacks.
What's the budget?
She's a kid!
Though, since it started with the things that people do in the 8th grade, on top of the bit, what did you do in 8th grade? Charlie, what kind of middle school were you?
8th grade was a Danny year.
Oh, yeah.
I've blocked most of it out. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I wasn't part of any clubs or group activities or anything.
Yeah, I was homeschooled for most of 8th grade.
Were you?
Oh yeah, because I was bullied in 7th grade to the point where I was having like a panic attack, so mom pulled me out for most of the year. And I did absolutely nothing. I just kind of sat around watching daytime TV all day.
That sounds like fun.
Yep. I ended up going back near the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that by the time our mom and dad got divorced, so they just didn't want to deal with homeschooling me, so they sent me back to school. And then I had another panic attack and didn't attend my my middle school commencement ceremony.
Well, why would you?
Yeah. Just stupid anyway.
Yeah. I remember in 8th grade, one of the recess supervisor people. Remember them?
No.
They just stood around and watched us while we had lunch and moved us to class and shit.
I remember those from grade school. I don't remember them from middle school.
There were a couple when I was going. Anyway, one of them actually got my yearbook signed for me.
Aww.
Got me a yearbook and got it signed for me. That was nice.
Nice. I had one of my Spanish teacher, my second year Spanish, gave me a yearbook in high school. So that was cool.
Yeah. I also remember that a bird pooped under my head.
Isn't that supposed to be good luck?
I don't know. It was during lunch.
Yeah.
And the bathroom guard. She controlled when people could go to the bathroom to make sure it didn't get overcrowded or anything, I guess. Anyway, she let me go ahead of the line. Because at first I didn't realize that I thought like a leaf or something had fallen on me. And then my friends at the time noticed.
Oh, and that's middle school, and middle schoolers are mean.
They were kind enough not to laugh right away.
That was nice of them.
Yes. They helped me clean it off, and then they left. Which, you know, fair.
Yeah. Oh, because, so in middle school, so I was friends with all of Carrie Ann's friends in 7th grade, and they had all gone off to high school by the time I was in 8th grade, so I would just walk around, because there was like remember the candy machine? I don't know, did we go to the same middle school? But there's like, I don't remember, but there's like a little candy machine, and every once in a while, people would drop them. So I would just go around it and pick them up off the floor and then eat them because I was a disgusting kid.
Yeah.
Which may have contributed to why I was bullied. I mean, I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying it did not help.
Free candy.
Yeah, free candy. Not like
it was still in a wrapper.
No, they didn't wrap them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, free candy.
Yeah, free candy.
At least it wasn't that stuff between bricks and a garden wall.
Yeah. And it's part of why I have such a strong immune system. Too strong, yes. Some could say. Ever since getting the COVID vaccine, my immune system has become too powerful, and I have had hay fever constantly.
Yes.
So, you know. But yeah. Good times. By which I mean bad, horrible, awful times. Middle school sucks. I hate middle school. I have immense pity for every middle schooler in the world, always.
Yes. It was weird for me, though, because in 7th grade, the girl who eventually became my friend, borderline bullied me. No. She teased me a lot about shit.
Oh, yeah. People do that.
But yeah, we became pretty good friends from then until through high school.
Aww. How sweet.
Yes. It only occurs to me now. Never mind. It.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, but the girl who bullied me in middle school and high school, at one point a few years later, I happened to just randomly was looking her up I found her on Facebook, and it turns out she's a lesbian now, so that's cool.
Same.
Yeah,
my friend was too.
Well, because the last time I saw her, we just happened to run into each other at the Dollar Tree, and she was just like awkwardly like, hi, and I was like, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just, so, you know.
Sometimes when queers meet, it's not always fun times.
Yeah, internalized homophobia can cause
it's
you
a bitch.
Yeah. Especially when you're a teenager and have all the other teenager issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being a kid is no fun.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so last but certainly not least, let's talk about Boji. Stepmom. There's a lot more of an age difference between Boji and his brother than I thought. I figured that they were like a year apart.
Nope. He was like 5?
Yeah, he looked like about 4 or 5 when...
Yeah.
So...
He was a cool little kid who loved bugs and weird 3-headed snakes.
Yes, that was interesting.
Yeah.
No. But though, what those parents did was... I mean, what those grown-ups did was fucked up.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I do like that they established that his stepmom isn't evil. She's just overprotective, which is a very natural kind of thing. It's very natural.
She loves him. She just loves him badly.
Yeah, it's very natural for parents of disabled children to become a bit overprotective.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think after her son was born, she sort of got into that headspace where she has to prioritize her biological son over Boji.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is understandable.
Yeah, and she was
due to the royalty thing.
And might have thought that by being stricter with Boji would help him to be stronger, or
yeah. She was doing her best. She was just doing it badly because she learned sign language. She didn't know it at first.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Like the first episode made it seem like she didn't know it, but it turns out she did.
Yeah, she always makes sure there's a translator there.
Yes.
Almost always, and she's doing her best. Yeah. I still don't like her much, but I like her better.
I do too. I do not like what's his name?
Dumbass swordsman.
Yeah, I don't like dumbass, but I think he's going to get a character arc since he's tagging along.
Yeah.
I suspect that Dido will get one as well, and by the end of the series, we're gonna feel bad for him. Because I think that Magic Mirror might be evil.
That's not even subtle.
Yeah.
Spy Master Man got ate by the ground.
Yeah, he did.
Which he deserved because he hurt Kage.
Yes, but he's probably the only one who knows where Kage is, so...
Yeah.
Like, Boji
and he's probably not dead.
Boji wanted to go on to his journey to try and find Kage, but... Well, I mean, if he was dead, then the snake would have told him. I think the snake was telling the truth when he said that he was sent away.
Yeah.
So,
No, I mean, Spy Master Man.
Oh, yeah.
Not dead.
Probably, maybe not.
Because they got some weird, fucked up magics.
Yeah, there's... Who knows?
Well, they got sentient shadows. They probably got some form of necromancy.
That's true. Makes sense. Seems understandable. Or believable, or whatever word I'm trying to think of.
Yes. It's interesting that they're giving all these they are nasty characters.
Yeah. Like
sort of redeeming traits.
Yeah, they're trying to make them into people, not cartoons, despite the cartoony art style. Which I always like. It's got like the One Piece thing going for it, where it looks like it's all kiddie and cartoonish, but it's actually like a full, fully built world with characters that have actual like believable motivations and reasons for doing things. And
yes, and the characters you'd think would be nice are kind of not.
Yeah.
And the characters you think would be evil are just people.
Yeah, it's just a person.
And none of them are perfect except Boji.
Yeah, Boji can do no wrong. He is all hail King Boji.
Yes. He's going to go and become a king.
Yeah, he's gonna find his friend. But what if he's gonna slip or find a way to either slip away from them or convince them to let him go look for Kage instead of visiting his stepmom's family? Which is what he's supposed to be doing.
Or some plot contrivance will happen and they'll have to go look for Kage.
Yeah. But I I think he's gonna convince him to let him go. It's just part of his character arc. Because Logi it's one of the ones, he's already more or less a fully realized character, and it's just, his arc is gonna be about getting people around him to,
acknowledge that he is capable of shit?
yes, to acknowledge his capabilities and...
Yeah, I think they are gonna keep at least one of them with him, though, because
Yeah,
translation?
Probably dumbass. The other
Yes.
guy who was just introduced is probably something's gonna happen to that. I don't know if he's gonna be sticking around.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the kind of character who sticks around.
He's either going to be evil, or he's going to die.
Yep, or he's just gonna leave.
Yeah.
Get a girlfriend and get kicked and take the bus off from the plot.
Yeah, or, you know, just get left behind.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
right. That it for our anime discussion for this week?
I liked the fight scene.
Oh yeah, the fight choreography in this show is great.
The sword actually went through the wooden spear, which is believable.
Yeah, but
he still got his ass wrecked.
Yep. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool.
And also, fucking hypocrite spy master man
Yeah.
didn't go at him head on.
No. Well, he's not the king. He doesn't have to fight like the king. He's...
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Bet Boji's gonna learn a cool new sword style. And Master Swordsman dumbass is gonna have to eat his fucking words.
Yep. That'd be neat.
Or he'll develop his own sword style because he's secretly a genius.
Maybe. Bet he will. But,
Alright, what are we talking about today?
Let's talk about villain motivations that get revealed later on that make you completely lose all interest you had in something that you were really enjoying. Or any other kind of plot twist. Because like so remember in our very first general discussion when we were talking about webtoons, and I talked about It's Mine, or whatever it's called, or You're Mine, or you know, the one about the guy who was stalking the girl.
Sure.
Yeah. So eventually okay, so we're gonna get into spoilers here because I have to in order to get to the thing.
Yeah.
So eventually we found out what's going on. That he was held, it's like kept in like some kind of basement room for 10 years, and basically conditioned to be completely obsessed with the girl that he's stalking, so that he could protect her from his brother, who was also held and trained to be completely obsessed with the girl he's stalking in order to kill her. And then we found out that it was done by their dad, and his motivation is that he wanted some kind of psychological experiment that had something to do with like emotions and not having emotions and stuff like that. But like, okay, first of all, that it doesn't make any sense, and second of all, like, there are people who have neurological issues and can't feel emotions. And there's been
sociopathy is a thing.
Yeah, there's been research done on them.
Yes.
Like it's so it's like yeah. But I don't really what's it called? But yeah, and I really liked that manga, that webtoon too, but after that it just took all the wind out of my sails, and I was like, oh god, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Like, cause I kind of expected it to be something dumb, but I didn't expect it to be something that dumb.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was gonna be just that he wanted to see what would happen if he had one person who was completely obsessed with protecting somebody, and somebody else who's completely obsessed with killing them, and then put them against it, and just let's find out what happens. That was just gonna be his motivation. It would be fair enough. But
I guess it wasn't complicated enough.
yeah, and like they could even still have him still be a psychologist, and have that be his quote unquote research, but having it be like something to do with emotions, which is completely
Yeah.
unrelated, and it's just ugh.
Yes, I have excellent taste,
Yeah.
so I don't really start something unless I'm interested in it, and nothing I've seen or read has had anything like that. But there have been a few where it's like maybe their siblings plot twist
Yeah.
that is just nope, I'm not reading this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and it always turns out no, they're not. But
Yes.
come on,
Yeah.
that twist always comes after they've already kissed, and then everything beforehand you gotta like look at in a sort of light, and it's
Yeah.
just no, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's always kind of a lame little plot twist.
Mm-hmm. Like, it'd be nice, it'd be interesting if like they started as friends and then maybe they're siblings, sort of thing. But adding in the romantic interest element just
that's just
icks me right the fuck out.
yeah, that's just a lame, what's it called? A soap opera plot twist. It's just there to manufacture drama. But yeah, no.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but any hint of a familial relationship with someone makes any possible romantic interest I may have had in them beforehand go whoop!
Yeah, it's gone.
Not there anymore.
Yeah, like reading Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket managed to kind of what's the word? Desensitize me to the idea of kissing cousins, but yeah, anything close, any like immediate family members, that's gross.
Yeah, and it has to be distant
Yeah.
cousins.
Like I mean,
Not like first cousin you'd see every fucking holiday
they're
sort
like
of thing.
really close, like where they would have grown up together.
Yeah.
You know. Alright, should we move on to best and worst of the week? What?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I was thinking Mass Effect almost qualified with its fucking choice at the end of Mass Effect 3,
Yeah?
but it's a stupid fucking choice. And that kid is fucking stupid, but
Oh, I don't know Mass Effect. I've never.
yeah, it's everything in the first everything leading up to that one choice makes that just completely insensible. Because you have the Geth, which are sentient fucking AI, that rebelled against their creators because their creators attacked them, and then they managed to make peace with their creators. And then this fucking Star Child bastard comes along and says, no, peace is not an option, it will never happen. Even though we have fucking evidence of it happening.
Coexistence is a lie.
Recent evidence!
The creators will always rebel against. The creators will always rebel against.
Sorry, anyway, best and worst of the week.
Alright, wait, who's asking which? I don't remember. Alright, okay, right, I have to do that. So what is the best... what's the monster design you've seen this week?
Best monster design. I think they sort of did a redesign on some of the Reapers in Mass Effect. Sort of. They updated the design a little.
Yeah, all the graphics got updated.
Yeah. And it's super gross and super cool. And also the Digimon.
Yes.
The Digimon and Digimon Ghost are cool and cute and scary.
Yeah, they are. As they should be.
Yes. And they have the timing for when the scary becomes cute and the cute becomes scary down perfectly.
Very.
Okay. What about you?
What about me? What?
What's the best monster design you've seen?
So I've been doing a lot of grinding. Well, there was well, I was doing the Eden raid in Final Fantasy 14, and the first boss, the Eden whatever, had like these little throbbing thingies around its chest that would kind of grossed me out. So that was cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the worst end game for a video game?
Oh, Final Fantasy VII Remake. All that
How so?
that shit they added at the end to be like, oh, the timeline could be different, maybe blah blah. It's just so transparent. Like it's like they're trying to get players' hopes up that they won't kill Aerith off this time, even though first of all, Aerith kind of needs to die in order for because
Aerith always dies. She's never going to survive.
And
get
also
over
because
it.
If she hadn't died, Meteor would have hit because Holy didn't launch in time, so Aerith had to. So the reason it's saved is because Aerith pushed the live stream out, which she could only do because she was part of the live stream because she died.
Yeah.
And because it's like it's not even necessary. Like, okay, so I've watched Titanic a whole bunch of times, and there's a part in Titanic where the guys in the boiler are escaping, and there's one where the guy tries to slip out of a door that's closing on the watertight compartment door is closing on him, and every single time, no matter how many times I see it, I always think in some part that it's gonna close on his foot. And
yeah.
So you don't have to like try to convince the player that it won't happen. They can still get invested and hope that it and hope on some level that it won't, even though they know it will.
It's about how they handle the tension.
Yeah, and like people still replay Final Fantasy VII all the time, even though they know that she dies.
Yeah.
And they still
it was really only a surprise to the first time they ever played the game.
Yeah, they still love
way
her.
Back when it was first released.
Yeah, and they still love her character, and they still feel sad every time it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just I don't like Tetsuya Nomura. I think he's a bad writer.
But some deaths are necessary, and hers was.
He didn't write the first one. All this stuff is just shit that he added because he's, a shitty writer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I sort of go back and forth on the choose who dies on Vermeer sacrifice in Mass Effect 1.
Yeah.
But I get why they have that there, and it's for the same fucking reason they killed off Aerith.
Yeah, because...
It's a motivation thing.
Yeah.
It's a stakes thing. You gotta set shit up, and sometimes killing a character is the best way to do that.
Yes, and sometimes if your characters seem untouchable, then it takes out all the it takes all the tension out of it. It's like something a lot of people's complaints about the MCU is that nobody ever really gets hurt. Everybody's always fine.
And sometimes you need to believe that main character badass man is going to die.
Yeah, even if you know that he's not, there's a tension is how is he gonna get out of it?
Yeah.
But sometimes for the sake of the story, a character needs to die. It's I have an article about that. It's sometimes characters need to die.
And sometimes that character needs to be the main character, and you need to have a backup main character on standby ready to
Yeah.
go. Like, they did that for a couple games, right? Where you start the game as one character.
It's a possible. It can happen in Chrono Trigger. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to, but it is possible for Chrono to die, and then you finish the game with one of the two girls as one of the girls as the main character.
Yeah.
Either the inventor girl or the princess.
And it's part of why I'm okay with Shepard dying in ME3.
Yeah.
Because he's been this invincible fucking badass for 3 fucking games. And nothing could fucking kill them.
Yeah.
And then they sacrificed themselves to kill the Reapers, and like, that's some fucking stakes right there.
Yeah. It shows just how unkillable they are, that the unkillable badass is death is the only thing that can get rid of them.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So, heavy stakes
Yes.
and motivation are good things.
Yes, and you need consequences.
Don't be afraid to kill people.
You need actions to have consequences.
Realistic consequences.
Yeah, you can't just have a character survive just because you don't want to make the audience sad.
I mean, yeah, sometimes that's an okay thing to do.
Yeah, like
But most of the time...
Yeah, if it's like a kid's thing. But even with kids' things, like in frickin' Animorphs, they killed off Rachel.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes in war people die. And that was part of the, part of one of the themes.
And battle-scarred heroes will sacrifice themselves at times. And that's a worthy thing, even if it's not a nice thing.
Yep. And they also had Jake's motivation throughout the whole damn thing was to save Tom, and at the end, Tom dies.
Mm-hmm.
He and Rachel kill each other. So...
Yeah.
Yep.
In conclusion, death can be good.
Narratively.
Yeah. I mean, like, in real life, too, it's sort of...
Yeah.
Otherwise, there'd be way too many fucking people.
Also, sometimes, keeping
and
them
there'd
alive...
be no... Yeah.
Keeping your loved one alive is actually cooler for them because they're just in too much pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
And also, there'd be no reason to make babies if nobody ever fucking died.
Yep. But, and then what else? Though also, killing characters off just to, get a ride.
Yeah, don't do the Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Like, it has to mean something. And you have to be able to care about the characters beforehand, and if anybody can die at any moment, then it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Or at least the way they did it in Game of Thrones. It didn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was that guy? I don't care anymore. He's dead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it works a little bit better in the book, but...
Yeah.
In the books, people, behave like, people.
Mm-hmm.
So... The show...
Like, constant death can work if it ramps up while you're doing it. Like...
Yes.
Side character you just met died. Side character you knew a little bit died. And then... But it's how you control the tension and how they deal with it. Like, having someone die and then never mentioning them again, even though they were a major character, is a flaw.
Yeah, that's bad. Don't do that.
That's bad writing. Are we done talking?
I guess we are. You want to plug?
Sure.
So what do you want to plug?
Piracy.
Yes, piracy's great.
Yes.
I'm a fan.
I mean, don't steal from smaller.
Yeah, don't steal from indie
Things?
developers. Steal from Disney.
Yeah, like
And
major
Nintendo.
corporations and shit you cannot get in your country.
Yeah, Disney and Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
You can pirate from. And EA. EA doesn't deserve your money. They suck.
Yes. And
And
copy
Blizzard.
the shit out of those NFTs.
Oh yeah.
What would you like to plug?
I'll plug mashed potatoes.
Yum.
I like mashed potatoes.
They are good.
Sometimes people will talk about them being bland, but I think that if you think mashed potatoes are bland, you don't know how to make mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm. It's all about the ingredients.
Yep, you gotta put in lots of butter and salt and pepper, and then you gotta eat the right stuff with it.
Cheese can be nice.
Cheese can be nice, yeah. You can also put mashed potatoes as a topping on baked potatoes if you want to eat just the potatoest potato that is ever potatoed.
Yeah. Aren't those called double baked potatoes? No, that's a different thing.
Yeah, I imagine. You know what?
Double baked potatoes are when you mash up the insides after baking it once and then bake it again.
I think I'm gonna have to do that after I'm done with this and make some. Okay, here I'm gonna give you a recipe. All right, so you get the potato, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You put a whole shitload of butter on it, on potato.
Yes.
Then you stick it in the oven at 450 degrees for how long? 40 minutes. Okay, and then you get some nacho cheese. You put that nacho cheese on top of those potatoes. Okay. And then
Yeah.
you stick them back in the oven for 5 more minutes. And then once it comes out, you put bacon beans on it. And salt and pepper. And then you get some mashed potatoes that you've prepared in the meantime. And you put those on top. And then you will have the potato as potato.
Delicious.
Yes. Because you are an adult and you can eat whatever stupid thing you can to your mind that you want to.
Yes. And potatoes satisfy most every food group.
Yeah, you can get it. The only things that they don't have are vitamin A and calcium.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you can add that in with like butter.
butter and milk, which means that you can have a complete healthy diet of nothing but mashed potatoes, provided you don't peel the potatoes first.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would get a little old after a while, though.
It
so.
would.
Mix up the seasonings.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. If you're desperate for cheap meals, that's how you do it. But that's
Just only ever buy potatoes, milk, butter.
It has to be real butter, it can't be margarine.
Yeah. And sour cream is how Noah makes them.
Yeah, I like sour cream. But
I'm coming around to them with sour cream.
Yeah, I made mashed potatoes with with broccoli and these like tilapia things.
Mm-hmm.
Last night for my dinner. It was pretty good.
You know what else is good? Is baked potatoes with like vegetables and cheese.
Yeah.
In them. Those are good and healthy.
Yes.
And now that you're all hungry,
where can we find you, Charlie?
You can find me on Tumblr at magiclikeacharlie or EC Writing Prompt. Where can we find you, Ace?
You can find me right here on YouTube, Ace Barrett King. I have Let's Plays. One of Final Fantasy XIV, which is a completionist-ish thing, and one of Locho.
Yes.
There is a non-zero chance that I will eventually run out of Locho videos and just mostly do Final Fantasy XIV because that's just what I feel like playing. But, you know, whatever.
They are good. Ace is very funny.
That doesn't mean that Locho's going to be abandoned. It just means that I'm spending some time with my Final Fantasy XIV.
Which is fair and valid.
Yeah, and I am planning on doing having like a special Locho thing that I'm due for Thanksgiving, but I'll tell you more about that later when it happens.
Yeah.
So
Are you gonna do the festival?
well, if I get there, but no, okay, so and I'll just tell you about it now. So what I'm thinking about doing is a Thanksgiving chicken run. Where
Ooh.
basically I will record it ahead of time, and then there'll just be extra long videos of me just doing a chicken run every year for Thanksgiving. So this year will just be me unlocking the chickens and doing the first set of them.
Yes.
So
The chicken run in Lotro is one of its best features.
it is fun as hell.
Yes. Teeny tiny, easily killable chicken.
Yep, and you just gotta
Just
run around
running
dodging,
everywhere.
Yep, gotta run around dodging mobs.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that's how the devs do their bug checks as chicken forms, which means that the world of Lotro is full of invisible chickens. Which I think is why they made the chicken run a gameplay feature. So.
Because they knew their players would love the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, and they were right. It's fun as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And you get an excellent one of them. You get the best title in the game, but you have to be playing a character who is assigned male at roll. And you get the Lord of the Wings. Otherwise, if you do it as a female character, you'll get Lady of the Wings, which is
That is
funny
fun.
because that's not what the book is called. But
Yeah.
they also had an Erebor one where I think regardless of your character's gender, the title you get is Wing Under the Mountain. Yes. So, that's fun. Alright, so I guess it's gonna be it for us this week.
Yep.
Take care, everybody. Get
Stay
vaccinated.
safe.
Wear your mask.
Avoid remastered video games.
Yeah.
They will consume your life.
Yep. And I'm gonna do the thing that I do to close out my my Let's Plays and have Tiger Lily wave goodbye to you. Right, bye.
Bye bye.